Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. This is an extra video this week, and it's a review video. So as you know, I am an influencer with Stabilo. Periodically they send me influencer packages, so that is what we're going to have a quick look at today. And I'm going to give you a pretty foolproof art tutorial to create something a little bit nice. So let's turn the camera around and let's get stuck straight into the review and our little mini tutorial. Well, now here we are. These are the supplies that have been sent to me from Stabilo. So we've got this lovely little box here, which I'm going to crack open in just a minute. But first, we're going to have a look at this. So this is the Rhodia. I think I'm saying that right, Rhodia or Rhodia. This is the green book. So this notebook is 100% recycled. So the cover is made of plastic that is polypropylene, completely recycled. All of the pages are made of recycled paper. It feels really nice. Let me just take this part off and I can read out some of the details on here. So as I said, it's 100% recycled, eco-friendly notebook, recycled and recyclable, which is very important. The cover's made of 100% recycled polypropylene, also recyclable. It's micro-perforated and 4-hole punched sheets. So down here, got a lovely, really good perforation, 4-hole punch, so you can take pages out and pop them into a folder. And with margins and page header box, so we've got page headers up here as well. 90 GSM, Clairefontaine, it's an A4, 160 pages, so 80 sheets. So that's all of the kind of technical stuff. Let's move that just to the side. Now onto the feel of it, it's ridged at the front, so it feels really nice. The paper is super smooth. So as you know from other videos that I've done, I have dozens of sketchbooks and just random loose sheets of paper that I've been drawing on as well. I also love notebooks, so I plan a lot of things. I have diaries and notebooks and all sorts all over the place for stories and video ideas and art ideas and all that kind of stuff. So actually this is going to be very helpful, because one thing I hate about notebooks is writing down an idea, not liking it, having to either have that as a bit in your book that you skip over constantly, or ripping it out and then having a jagged edge. So at least with this, I will be able to pull out the pages that I want and keep them, or discard them. And being recycled and recyclable, everything can be recycled, and then I can recycle the cover when I'm done as well. So very interesting, and happy with this. So I'm going to use this today to plan out today's piece of artwork and kind of do a step-by-step of the bits that we're going to go through for the tutorial for today's artwork. On to the next piece. So this is the Stabilo part. So this is the Stabilo Grow. I'm just going to open this up here, and here it is. Let me take this label off as well. There we are. So this is the Stabilo Grow. Yeah, looks like a pen, right? It is a pen. In fact, it is a fountain pen. So this is a medium nib fountain pen. This comes in 3 different FSC certified woods. So this one is the oak, which has the green ferrule here. It also comes in beech and cherry. And because it is they're all hand-turned pieces of wood, every single one is going to be unique for the grain on the wood. So I haven't tested this yet, but I have a one shop where I also use FSC certified wood, so I know just how important it is to use a sustainable source when you're creating anything made of wood. And I'm very happy that Stabilo have gone ahead and done this. Just looking at some of the details here, so let's read out what it says here. So, combines elegant design and sustainability. Agreed, I think this is a very elegant design. Three colours of wood options are oak, beech and cherry. Each fountain pen is unique due to special grain, of course, and it is eco-friendly. The climate-neutral fountain pen reduces plastic consumption and carbon footprint due to the use of renewable raw materials such as wood, cellulose and sunflower seed hulls. So, what that means is 35% of the conventional plastic for the cap is replaced by natural fibres, and that's the sunflower seed hulls. The tip is made from stainless steel, and the clip, and 30% of the plastic for the grip and the ring zone is replaced by bio-based plastic with cellulose fibres. And as I've said, the shaft is made of 100% FSC certified wood. Really nice little etching in there for the Stabilo Grow. Love the little, I don't know if you can see, but we've got the Stabilo logo just here as well. It's a really, really nice design. It feels really nice in the hand as well. So if I untwist this, you can see, just like most standard fountain pens, we have a blank ink cartridge, and then we also have, looks like a blue ink cartridge here, yeah, blue, ready to load this up. So you've always got space in your fountain pen to have an extra ink cartridge in case you run out on the go. Right, I am going to prep this pen, so install the ink cartridge, and then we're going to plan out what we're going to do for the little art tutorial for today. Okay, so just had a nice cup of tea. Another thing to note, and I say this with all pens, but it posts really nicely. Posting is a very important part. This one does post very nicely. It's also got a triangular grip down here. Very, very nice to hold. Right, so today we are going to be doing a wave tutorial. So this is a very simple way of doing quite an effective piece of artwork of ocean and waves using just lines and dots. It's really only made up of a few components. So let's do a little diagram here. So this is our sheet of paper. Okay, and really what we want to do is separate this out into just a few sections. So if we think about a wave, as it comes in, the wave rises, it crashes, and then you've got the fall off as well. So those are our three components of the wave, but you also have to remember the ocean. So first thing I like to do is to plot out where my crest is going to be, the white foamy bit of the wave. Just draw kind of a random semi-diagonal shape like this. That's going to be the crest shape. Then from here, we want to draw, so find a line for this and follow through, and then this is the separation for both the rise and the fall of the wave. Then we have to remember that this is in the ocean, so we have the actual wave curl itself. That pretty much is it, except to remember that everywhere else, kind of above this and below this, is ocean. So let's mark out our parts. Here we have the crest, here we have the rise, this is the drop off, and then here and here, let's do them around here, around here, this is the ocean. And that really is pretty much it for setting up to drawing a stylized simplistic wave. Now I've got over here just a piece of cartridge paper, and I'm going to use a pencil to mark these sections out, and then we're going to actually do the piece of artwork with this. Okay, so let's get into the tutorial. I know this is the bit you all been waiting for. So this is very simple, as I've said. So I'm just using a pencil to go ahead and mark out those sections that we've talked about. So the crest, the rise, the drop off, and the ocean. I'm just spending a little bit of time here defining the shapes that I want. So the bit I forgot to mention is that this picture really is all about the contrast of curved lines against straight lines. So you can see here on the rise of the wave, everything raises up. So we curve upwards towards the crest, and with the drop off, we curve downwards with a more severe angle at the top, getting to the flat part of the ocean at the bottom. And then we get a real contrast with the straight bit of the ocean cutting into that curve of the wave. So here you can see as the wave progressively gets higher, it gets flatter on the drop-off bit, and on the rise, and the drop-off is exactly the opposite. So curvier at the top and flatter towards the bottom. So it's literally just straight lines, and then there are a few sections where I'm reinforcing that with a few extra lines. So just to really clearly show this, here I've sectioned this out into parts. So we've got that really Jurassic curve at the top, and then as we come lower, that curve flattens out and flattens out and flattens out, and you can see it gives that wave shape. This is really about contrast of line, contrast of shape. And again, I'm just going in and I'm going to reinforce all of these curves with some more lines. Now you can either be really scratchy with it like I am here, and I will point out that the last few days, for some reason, I've had a slight hand tremor, so I used to deal with all the time, and I've got a slight one at the moment, so that will go away in time. So I decided to go very scratchy with this. However, if you are very particular, then you could go in and do absolutely defined crisp lines, and you would get a different look but essentially the same thing. It's just this real kind of contrast between something really pointed and defined, or something a little bit looser and a more fluid. So seeing as it's the ocean, I'm going for fluid because I've really got no choice with my hand the way it is at the moment. Again, I'm reinforcing that edge where the two curves meet with some extra lines, and again that just brings in more contrast, and again going through and defining some extra areas of wave just with a few scratchy marks. So the bit that I quite like about this is the froth in the wave, and this is just done with dots. So it's picking out sections. You can do curls, you can do swirls, you can do cloud shapes, whatever you want, but decide what you want to do and carry that language through and create those shapes in dots, and do it mainly on one side, the more breaking side of that crest of the wave, and then towards the side where it's joined to the rise of the wave, you can add a few lines into there as well to join those sections. So here's that contrast with the flat section of the ocean against that real curve. I think it really defines that wave shape there. And now with the ocean in the distance, as we want to give that impression of the ocean receding in the background, we can start to space the lines out a little bit further and break them up a little bit just to give a little bit less definition. But we are just about finished here, and it really is that simple. So a nice quick tutorial for you all today. I have to say, I am suitably impressed. This is really, really nice to use. The grip is really nicely designed. And this paper in this pad, this Rhodia pad, it handles the ink very, very well. I've had no smudging at all on this, and yeah, I mean, I'm really, really happy. I'd love to know your thoughts down below, so leave a comment down below with what you would create with the Stabilo Grow, and also whether you're going to try out this little mini tutorial for a wave line art. As always, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.